Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to be practicing how to create our elastic load balancers and see how we can configure them to work properly. Okay. So currently I do not have any running instance, so I'm going to create two AC2 instances and then a load balancer and configure them properly uh, and make sure they are working as they are supposed to be working. Okay. Right, so first thing I'm going to do here is to create my elastic load balancer. Okay. All right, so I'll come down here to load balancers. Right, so at the moment I do not have any load balancer, so I can just go down to create load balancer. All right, so we have different load balancers that operate on different level of the TCP IP networking level. So we have application layer level load balancer, which is the application load balancer. So it uses the protocol HTTP, HTTPS, and this one is the network level load balancer. So they use the TCP IP protocols. Okay, so this is for application level, and this is TCP IP, which is a network level load balancer. So this one is actually for high performance utility because it can it can accommodate very high level of traffic. Okay, right. So this gateway load balancer is going away really soon, so we're not really going to look at it. So what we are going to uh, look at today is application load balancer. Then after that we're going to look at the network load balancer in our next video. Okay, so let me go and create my application load balancer, which is this. So I say create. All right, so let me give it a name. Let's say first ALB. So ALB is application load balancer. All right, so what scheme? So the scheme means where do I want it to be available? Should it be publicly available or private availability? Okay, so internet facing means that okay, it's available to the internet, to the public, right? So public systems can connect to it, you understand, and reach my EC2 instances, right? But if I say internal, it means that my private network, so only devices in my private network can make use of it, can reach it. Okay, so these are the setups for the scheme. Okay, so I'm using an IPv4 kind of load balancer address type. So my network mapping, so I'm going to select the default PPC and I'm going to select the availability zone that I would like the load balancer to be able to operate on. Okay, so I'm choosing the EU Not 1A, Not 1B, Not 1C, but we're just going to run our load balancer in one availability zone, so it's literally the same thing. So okay, that's not a really a problem. So over here, I'm going to delete this default security group. So I created a special, as in like a security group that I'm going to use for my load balancer before, and it's configured with its own inbound rule. So the inbound rule, it accepts all HTTP traffic from anywhere. So that's the inbound rule for this ELB. Okay. Then as for listeners, I'm going to create what is called a target group. So the target group is literally the number of instances that I would like to be to send traffic to. Okay, so I'm going to create two instances to um, send traffic to. Okay, but at the moment I do not have my instances going on. Okay, I don't have my instance running. So what I have to do now is to go and create my instances, right? And then I'll come back here. So let's go and create two instances. Okay. All right. So I'm going to launch instances. Okay. So let me create two instances. So let me call this instance. Okay. A. Let me just, the number is already two. Okay. That's beautiful. All right, so I have everything set up here, and the key pair. Let me proceed without a key pair. Okay, then I'll come down my security group. I'm going to select the security group that already exists. So let me just use Launch Wizard 1 security group. Okay, so let me go and upload my data script. All right, so uploading to user data script. Where is it? Okay, select. All right, so I'm going to launch this. Everything is fine. So my instances should be running. Let me go and see them. Okay, running states. Okay, let me refresh it so I can see the second one. Okay, so the two of them are running. So this is fine. So let me go back to creating my load balancer. So right now we're going to create the target group. Okay, so if I do this, I don't have any target group at the moment. No target group. So let's create target groups. Okay, so I'm basic configuration. So I'm targeting my instances, but I can also select other options. Okay, and that's fine. I can select other options with just ticking each and every any of these circles here. I can select any option that I would like. Okay, all right, target group name. Let me just give it target. Okay, the protocol is going to be HTTP on port 80. Okay, address type is going to be IPv4. All right, so we're going to use the protocol version of HTTP1, and the health check is going to be on HTTP, and it's going to check it slash path. Okay, so this is good. So let's go to next. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to register my instances. Okay, and then I'm going to include as pending below. Yeah. All right, so create my target group. So my target group is being created. So successfully created my target group. Okay, results can be viewed. Okay, so let me go and see my target group. Okay, let me come down here and see what I did. Okay, my target group is created now. So let me go back to my ELB. All right, so I'll refresh this, and then I'll be able to see my target group. I'm selecting it. Okay, this is fine. So pretty much everything is good here. So we continue, and then we create our load balancer. All right, so load balancer is creating. All right, so successfully created. So I've created this, so it's provisioning. So I'm going to pause the video and wait for it to provision because it's going to take some minutes. Okay. Okay, so our load balancer is active. So we can go do some fun stuff now. All right, so first what I'm going to do is I'll copy this DNS name, right? So I can hit my instances via the load balancer. So I do this and I paste it over here, and then I make sure I remove the S from this protocol because it's not a HTTPS, it's a HTTP protocol. Okay, so I can connect to sites. But for yourself, you can remove the S, but for mine, what it's saying, I can continue to site even if it's not secure. So I can just continue, which is fine. Okay, so my load balancer is live. So if I do this, I refresh it, the IP address is changing. So it means that the load balancer is distributing traffic between the two of them. Okay.